Welcome, brothers and sisters. Hope you're well. Are you panicking that we're not at 95,000? No need to panic. Property down 16%, just has been heading down since the top. A lot of times when as I mentioned the other day, when it was popping from 80 cents to $2, I preached, do not buy, do not buy, do not buy. Rarely does something keep going like that. It can. It could be at $3, $4, $5 by now. That wasn't meant to be. You have to be careful when it pops up like that. And it's retracing back. I'd love to see it keep going, but this gives people opportunity to jump in. Volume down 31%, 11 million. And that's just the way it is. Hi, Hot Sauce. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And that's just how it'll go when you have something run up like that. A lot of heat will come off of it and then move into something else. Near had a big run up, boom. This sell-off, which is needed on Bitcoin, just because it couldn't get through where we needed it to. You can't have everything going up crazily. But as I mentioned this morning, and I'm good with all this. What I don't love is something like AIOZ, and you'll look at your portfolio, and there may be one or two in there that was finally waking up and getting some heat under it. AIOZ being one of them. Guarantee if we were going the way we were going, it would be back at $1 right now, 90 cents minimum. But it got to 81. And that's with not a lot of steam. That's with a lot of, some fear coming out, some money coming out of the market. And, then you have kind of newer people who get fearful and they take profits. You get people who are heavily invested taking profits. And so, hey, Skull, good morning. Evening. Okay, good evening, Hot Sauce. Hi, Jeeper. Gallop down the trail like Monty Python. That's right. Do-do-do. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead. I have to leave in 20 minutes, but yeah, I'm here. Yeah, it's going to be a short stream anyways. I just wanted to jump on and say this is perfectly normal, but the frustrating thing is it does take a little wind out of your sails on the ones that popped a little. The AIOZs, Benke was picking up steam, many others. Ondo, Axelar was starting to wake up. Ondo would have probably been at $1 by now. That's going to happen. What it does is it sells off, gets rid of some of the cobwebs, and people like us, or people joining on here, or people who wanted to get, someone like Skull here who wanted to buy a little more Axelar or wanted to buy more Proppy. You have that opportunity. If you would have paid $2, not so great. You can buy it at 133 right now. So there you go. It gives us opportunity, and we'll have this throughout a bull run. But I saw the volume this morning. It was astronomical. CoinGecko said about 400 and some billion, which is crazy. And then I think CoinMarketCap was around 300 billion. Or can you answer below comments on the projects? We'll go ahead and ask away what you're thinking. But this is all perfectly normal. We're extremely overheated. And we want spikes like this, but we also, you can't go from, in a week, you can't go from 68,000 to 89,000 and not expect some sell-offs. It could have been harsher if we broke through 90, to be honest with you. So, because then a bunch of longs come in. Those are big markers. 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 is going to be huge. And I will say, I've been in the market since the beginning. I see Bitcoin making incredible moves. This move is quicker than I thought. That's how it moves, but it is quicker than I thought, but it's all on the narrative of Trump optimism. That, don't kid yourself. That is what it's about. That is what it's about. I think YouTube don't show your messages. Well, when you leave me comments, I think it does, unless I'm not seeing all of them. I typically, and that's possible. I don't know. I don't know enough to know that. Maybe, I opened up an X account. Did that work, Skull? When you went on the link yesterday? I don't, I wasn't doing it on my laptop because, I use a work laptop and it's not allowed on there. So I did it off my mobiles. No reason for me to have my own laptop. I have a desktop, but, I have like 2 laptops from work. That's what I utilize. But I have limitations on what I can get on through their firewall. I was saying to use hashtags. And comment in publication of projects to have more visibility. Yes, I know nothing about X, Skull, so thank you. Whatever you can tell me, wonderful. I know nothing. I don't even know how to utilize it at all, and I'm only going to use it on my mobile, so on my cell. So yeah, whatever, I don't think I'll get a ton of visibility. The account I was under before actually had a bunch of followers, and I wasn't even trying. There was more comments that I was doing on that, but for some reason that locked out. So this one's under Vegan Crypto. Opened it yesterday. I will do what I can. So hashtags. I will look into that and try to figure it out. I'm just, I'm not witty enough to, or angry enough to be doing a ton on there, but I'll try. But thank you, Skull. It did work? Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Hi, Alex. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm almost to 50 subs. Oh, I'm looking to helping out. All right, so you're 50 subs on what? YouTube? If you are, I'll subscribe. Yeah, for example, let's say Ondo goes to $1. You can tweet a video or a tweet that you called. Oh, okay, beautiful. And say follow. Okay. Yeah, it's hard in my nature to ask for that. It goes against everything, that's why you never hear me ask for likes. Barely. I ask for subscribers, but I just, it's just not in my nature. I could never ask people for money when I was young, for donations, for our football team or whatever it may be. I just never was good at that. Don't like taking things from people, so it's not in my nature to ask for likes even, or even subscribers. It makes me, it puts a pit in my stomach, but thank you. I appreciate you. I knew you'd help me. More your game. Good morning, C90. Say follow me, guys. Okay. Yes, I will do that. I will try to do that. It goes against my nature, but I will try. I will work on that. Okay. Yeah, when I screw up, shoot me a comment or whatever, and I will listen like I always do. C90, how are we doing? So 86,000. It could be a lot worse. Of course, your alts are going to take a little more of a hit, but like I said, I think we're good in regards to the truth of the matter is I picked up more crap this morning. I can't help myself. I bought more Axelar and I bought more Say, which I said I was not going to buy anymore, but it's so low. And I thought, it's getting to at least $1. I hate the tokenomics, but I believe it'll at least get to $1, $1.50. And that, it will be like 30 grand for me. I'll take it. If you have 40 projects, this is the way I look at it. I have 40 projects, and let's say 10 of my higher risky ones, and I put Say in there as that. It's not a low cap at all. But if they all double and triple, most of them, it's like 10 to 20 to 30 grand each. And that's not bad for some riskier plays. My conservative ones, like Injective, that gets to $100. It's like, how much is 70 grand or something. So I'm good with those. I'm so diversified where if I have some losers, I don't want those, but it's okay. If everything else doubles, even only doubles, triples, and some of them will 10, 20x. In a bull run, it's just the way it is. At least one, I have 40, maybe I have more than 40 projects. I'll have to go back because I've added some and I've added some. even if one of them, 30, 40, 50 X's, yeah, that'll cover most of my loss, my shitty projects. It's Tuesday, y'all. Let's kick this week's butt. Yes. You know, we're off to a good start. Still, things are okay. I mean, this is not bleeding too heavily. You know, the ones that are bleeding are kind of annoying, like Proppy and everything. But like I said, you pop up like that, it's just going to have a sell-off. Usually. That's not always the case. Bought some more Velo. I know. I started listening to a little Discover Crypto, and they were talking about that, but then I had to get off to a quick conference call. And I'm with you on that. I want to buy more Velo, but I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm kind of in the money right now on it. So do I want to load up more? Do we think it'll get that run up again? I do, but God, it's lost so much interest. And truthfully, Arrow's not doing all that great right now. But, you know, $1.39. I mean, if we got a buck out of Velodrome, I'd be a happy man. I'd be happy at 50 cents. So it's something I go back and forth with. I actually, C90, go on, I put in a buy, put in an amount, and then I back out of it. I got to go with my gut. I end up buying usually something else. Bought a crap load more of Benki yesterday. I don't know why. I think that's probably going to be okay for me, but it's one of those things that I've been telling you that I go $10, $20, $150, $200 constantly. I almost bought another $250 worth before the stream because of the price that it's at. But I didn't. It's too addicting. It's very addictive for me. Horse poop. Hate the IRS, but what can we do? Yeah, there's nothing. You can't avoid that. Two things you can't avoid. Taxes and death, unfortunately, not to be morbid. You're thinking of buying more Velo. Yeah, guys, I think it'll pay off for us eventually. You know, I hope. And we can't do much worse. It's just stagnant, right? Between 8 and 10 cents. You know, dips up to 11 a little bit. It just lost so much hype. But that's how it goes. It goes in waves. Everything goes in waves. Is an extreme accumulation. Like, yeah, is it though? I hope the volume skull would tell you otherwise a little bit. You know, 10 million volume. Nothing too crazy on the volume. So that's, you know, it's $9.50 right now. Let's see the volume. 6 million. That doesn't scream, you know, accumulation. You know, and that's, you know, if we pick up volume on it, it'll move fairly quick, but it's not screaming accumulation. It's been in that zone, but it's more, you know, the volume has been 1-2 million, so it hasn't been great. But I'm hoping that our patience will pay off. You know, I mean, look at XRP gaining some steam, almost at 70 cents. Can it get shot down fast? Sure, but it is what it is. Things move when they move. And let's see, you know, you would think the team at Ripple would manipulate it to go up. I know they sell off to keep them afloat, the company, but wouldn't they want it at $2 or $3 to look more attractive? There'll be major sell-offs at the $1, $2, $3 range if it reaches that. But if we get to the $4, $5, $6 range, which I don't think will happen, there will be accumulation. People will, you know, some people will jump on board. Not naysayers, and I'm a naysayer, but I'm a big owner. Is vegan crypto like crypto but without testosterone? Yes. Yes, Garrett. I'm doing pretty good. 52. Work out every day. My life. I'm not a big guy, but my testosterone levels are ridiculous. You can ask my wife that I've been with for over 30 some years. So it's a falsehood thinking what actually depletes testosterone is being a meat junkie, to be honest with you, in processed foods and oils. I mean, like staying in price, just Velo to go to all-time high again. Yeah, all-time high I'll be happy with. I think the correct word is support and resistance. Definitely. We are definitely having support and resistance in that area, 100%. I think if you're a gambling man, where it's at right now, $9.50. Let's see. Should I buy some? Should I? All right, so if I buy $100 worth right now, it's $1,000. That doesn't do anything for me. So I don't know. There's so many good opportunities right now to buy because we are gonna get back to it. It's just it has to take a breather. Back to 87,000. You know, we have CPI data coming up as well, and note that there's always volatility on that, and we have to have a good number with CPI. Have to, because you know why. If it's shaky, if it's trending up at all, which I don't know if you've noticed in the grocery store, some things are trending up. I consider that more price gouging, even though they do go on slim numbers at food stores, grocery stores, whatever you call it in your area. But if inflation CPI trends up at all, I don't believe the market will think Powell's going to change his mind. But the market is irrational, especially with on-risk assets. We know that. Also, the equities market has been extremely overheated. So everything has to take a breather. We just don't want, as I went over this weekend, I'm preaching to the choir, to be honest with you, but we need a solid week. We don't need to be at $100,000 right now, but we've been in accumulation zones for years. And yes, we were kind of euphoric mind yesterday and the day before and for the whole week. But let's be honest, many of the alts are not at the highs that they were in March. Cody, I'll just go off my portfolio, but I mean, Cody, Proppy, Near's not even close. Near was like 9, almost pushing $10. AVAX, Injective, AIOZ, AIOZ was at $1.09. Benke was, pushing 4 cents. If it gets back to 4 cents, I'll be happy with that. It'll go beyond. But if it just gets to 4 cents, I will be happy. XRP, I think, actually is all right with that. Ondo, not there. Metis. Velodrome, definitely not. Back to almost 40 cents is where we need to get Velodrome. Say. Back to $1.15. Illuvium. Back to 162. Okay, it's $46. $41. So what am I trying to say here? Your portfolio speaks for yourself. If you have the same as mine. Oh, but you got Aave that's just killing it. As I look through the list on another phone, it's amazing to me. It's going to take a lot of steam just to get a ton of those alts back to where they were. And I'm sure a lot of you, that's what you need. That's what I need. I mean, if that just happens to my portfolio, just many of the, I will go over right now. Sorry, had a call come in there. Oh, you're welcome back. CPI is coming tomorrow. Yep, I'm going to wait till tomorrow to buy anything. Yeah, I think it's smart. That would explain the profit taking. Yep, I went to look up my Cody purchase. Cody, I thought you sold it. I said 50 cents yesterday. I bought it. Okay, it's 12. Oh, nice. I thought it was 50 cents. I got you. But if you look at like the projects I just mentioned, I'll go over them again. Proppy, Near, Avalanche, Injective, AIOZ, Benke, Axelar, Ondo, Metis, Velo, Cody, Marlin, Say, Illuvium, Quant, Ave, Sparex, District OX, Scale, Polygon, Goldfinch, Polkadot, Anchor, Cosmos, Tia, big time Tia. Shadow, for sure. Basic attention token. So on and so forth. Stacks. Maple's doing well. You get the point. There's a ton of those. Immutable X, Threshold, Chainlink, Arbitron, Pangolin, PNG. I had PNG at like 7 cents and it got to 84 cents last March. I didn't sell it. I sold out of it on like the 3rd of July. So I mean, you just want those to get back up to where those highs were, and we'll be happy. And that's, a lot of them aren't all-time highs. DGen making moves. Yeah, it is. I'm glad I bought some. I didn't buy it as low as you did, but to me, I look at that little high risk play for me. I am like in the mafia. When I say I'm out, I'm not buying anything new, I get dragged in. That is the problem with having dry powder too. I always preach about dry powder. I always preach about having it because it's the most important thing to get a lot of money in the bull run, next to buying low, buying in the bear market. If you don't have dry powder, you're kind of left out of the game. You just kind of look at your bags and keep fingers crossed that they run. But on the other side, when you do have a good amount of dry powder or a little amount, you deploy more than you say you're going to. You can't help yourself. If you're in crypto all day long, all night long, I don't know about you, but when I wake up at 2 a.m, sometimes I don't wake up to pee or anything like that. You would think of 52, but when you're a healthy young man like myself, you don't do that. You look and you buy. I said I was done buying new projects so long ago. I said I would have loved to have bought Proppy, but I'm out. Nope, I bought Proppy. No, I bought a million other things. But I did sell, so it made the choice easier. I sold projects, but I've been taken out of the reserve. That's the problem when he might call back. When you do streams on your phone, you get phone calls and it cuts you off. So I'm back. Anyways, you want dry powder, just be careful. There are things that you have to have some discipline, which I do for the most part, but it's like Kiss, the band Kiss. They retired a million times and then they have a farewell tour. You like Proppy entry here still. There's no volume until it goes down to like, I think if I wasn't in Proppy, C90, if I wasn't in it, okay, it's been falling pretty hard. I'd be buying it here. If I wanted to get in it and I believed in it, I would be jumping in here. If I didn't own anything, why would I do that? Because I like the project, I like the team somewhat, but I would have been like, shit, it got up to $2 that quick, 80 cents to $2. And I could buy it right now at 133. That's me personally. I would be buying it. I would definitely be buying it. I'm not saying it's not going to go lower. If it goes down to $1.12, I'll be pissed. But it could easily do that. If Bitcoin has a sell-off, I mean, Proppy's volume is cut 30%. It lost its mojo for now. That's the way it goes. We all know that. Something gets up high and takes a breather. It may not come back. Skull, you should know this. It may come back tomorrow, or it may not come back for 3 or 4 months. Literally. What happens a lot, excuse me, it's windy and dry out here. What happens a lot in the bull market is people make profits like they just did on Proppy, and they don't come back. They're out, and it's deployed elsewhere. It may not move for another 3-4 months, or tonight it could be at $3 if Bitcoin goes to like 90K. There's no way of knowing it. You have to go with your gut, and you have to go with, all right, do I believe it's going to go lower? Yes, but I'm going to get in here. Let's say you want to deploy $4,000. C90, this is the way my head thinks. Let's say you have $4,000 that you want to put in it. I don't care if it's $10,000, but let's make it easy. Let's go with $5,000. I'd put in $2,000 now. This is me. See what happens. Dips down a little bit to 129. I might wait. If I'm seeing volume going down and everything, I might wait. But I would start DCAing on it. I would not be putting $5,000. If I had $5,000 to deploy to it, I wouldn't. I would rather buy it here at 134, like $2,000, whatever. Then it pops up to like 140. Buy another $2,000. I'm good with that. If it has strength, you've been in it long enough to know where it's kind of going. A little bit. None of us truly know, right? I didn't think it was going to go to $2. AIOZ back to 70 cents. Love it. Who wished they bought some AIOZ at 41 cents? I do. And I knew it would be a great buy there. It was just at 37 cents. 37 cents. But because I'm so stuck at my big 1 cent entry, even though I bought it higher as well, but my biggest bags are at 1 cent. We were hedging our bets with the whole Trump-Harris thing. But what a buy at 37 cents. Lord have mercy. Let's just hope we don't go down there. I was watching Squawk Box this morning, as I do. And boy, there you had a guy on there talking about AI forever. Let's have it translate over to crypto again. But boy, they had Brian Armstrong on from Coinbase. And before that, they had whatever his name, Vlad from Robinhood. Almost back to back. There was a senator in between them, a great senator, who's gone, who's going. He was a reasonable Democrat. But that's a start of something. That's an inkling of something. You have two, they even mentioned it. You have two crypto CEOs, exchange CEOs on within 45 minutes of each other. That's the beginning, my brothers and sisters. I was looking to enter Proppy and Akash. I know Akash. All right, let me know. Let's keep an eye on Akash. You get in on that, I'll jump in as well. Dude, I really like Shadow. I just taken a beating on it. I love what they do, but do me a favor. Let me know what you're doing on Akash, because I've been looking at that for 3 weeks now. Where's it at? Akash. It's hard to do this with Akash Network. $3.11. Shit, it's up. Damn, I was gonna buy it yesterday at like $2.66 or something. I had a buy order of $2 and it never hit. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Shit. That's frustrating. I've been looking at it. What is their okay, so 64% of their supply is out. They have 248 million right now. Do you have any idea when the next releases of that? It's not astronomical. What is it? 100 and some million coming out? All right, do me a favor. Let me know if you're good. I don't think I'm jumping in at this level, though it could be a good level. Volume up though. C90, 466%. So it's being pumped right now. That is what happens in these. You just have a couple here, boom, that just kill it. And it's always the ones you want to get in on, right? You want to buy Proppy, but you're unsure of doing it until it goes up, 100%. Also because it was weird, Coinbase putting that listing of meme coins so low cap in comparison of others like Doge. Hold on, I'm behind here. DGEM, I agree with DGEM being high risk, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with playing some risk. If you've got the money to do it, you have to, in my view, you have to be diversified somewhat, even if it's 5 projects, right? You're in a couple winners for sure. That's going to 2 or 3x that you know. Avalanche, maybe Bitcoin if I mean, Ethereum probably, or Solana. But then you got to go down the line a little bit and spread the wealth. You got to have some risk in there. We're not in this to 2x our money or 3x our money. We want that with some of our portfolio, but we're into, if you guys don't make at least $1 million and you're doing all the right things, but you have the money to invest, if you don't at least 10x your money, how about that? If you have $1,000, if you don't at least get 10,000 out of this, if you have 100,000 invested in it, if you don't at least get $1 million out of the bull run, I failed you. And I won't fail you. That defeats the purpose of me being here. I'm here to help. I am here to help. Risk rich, exactly. And risk, hardship as well. But you put in the time, you put in the effort, you will reap some rewards. We have to know when to hit sell. We have to know when to say when. There's nothing wrong with taking profits, brothers and sisters, if you come here. I looked at the analytics, which I never do on YouTube, and we're 99% guys here, which I understand. But for my sisters, welcome, welcome. I did start an X account, and Skull is trying to help me with that because I don't even really know how to use the app. And I'm pretty technical. I have to be with my job. I am with technology. I mean, I worked in computers before there was iPhones. This is back in the day, ages ago, back when there's something called a CD drive. They were like $900 to burn a CD, then a DVD drive that you could buy in your computer. I was there when the first MP3 player came out. It was like $700. It was a piece of crap. It had like a couple megabytes, 7 megabytes of memory. Megabytes. My phone has a terabyte that I'm talking to you on. And then Blackberries came on, and it was the most amazing thing in the world. That's how fucking old I am. But I'm pretty good with technology, but I just got on X, so I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm looking at, but I see some things. There's some interesting things. I could say, there's a lot of poison out there, but yeah, whatever hints you have for me, love it. If you want to follow me, that's all good. I know my community here will, but I'm not going to have too much great things to say. Excuse the wind. I discovered a meme called Act AI. Okay. What do you have to tell me? Okay. Act AI, I'll check it out. 2 cents, I didn't buy. Where's it at now? I do fear that my heavy BTC bags won't give me an overall 10x position. Well, I know you have an out that you're selling some. I know you're not going to sell them all, but how many would you like to sell in the bull run? You're going to dump if we get to 150, you're going to get out of a good amount. I mean, if I had 10 Bitcoins, which I don't have, a few, I'm going to probably sell a couple of them. I'm not a psychopath like George who's like, this is going to be $1 million in a year. It could be, but I don't, I'm okay. I'm okay with a couple, and I'm okay with, putting them in alts where I make even more money, but I like having this stability as well. And I also have my 401k and real estate and all that stuff. So it's, it all works out. But I think, oh, look at that. You're driving? Okay. Dude, be careful. If you're driving, you don't have to comment, please. I need you. We need you. What did you think was stupid? It went up to 2.9%. Oh, I gotcha. Jeez. That's crazy. Crazy. I do wish Coinbase would do more like leverage. It would be a little fun to play with that. I think you get wrecked, but it's been 100 years. I used to trade options, and that was fun. 87,454. So let's trend back up. Moonwell's definitely taking a big breather. I think I'm done buying that. I might buy a little more. Because I have uneven numbers. I have odd numbers on there, so maybe buy another 1,500, 1,600, just to round it off. It's what I always do with Benki and other things. If there's like, let's say it's 50,001, I can't deal with that, so I'll go to 50,100 or 51,000. The breathers. Whew, I'm cold. Skull, I thought you needed to leave. Man, my hands are freezing. Getting cold out here, boys. Well, let's see how the market plays out. Whatever you guys need from me, let me know. Have no fear. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. This is all part of the beginning of a bull run. You've seen nothing yet. We could, 3 months from now, if we're in the thick of a bull run, Bitcoin could easily drop $7,000 to $8,000 at a pop, especially at the high levels we're at. And your alts will take a bigger hit for the most part. That is nothing more than a buying opportunity for the good projects. Avalanche. We'll see what happens with Injective and all your big boys. Ethereum will drop, 1,000 points, no problem. That is when you jump in. If you just want to do a quick buy-in, there will be flash crashes along the way. That's inevitable. It happens. Some news comes out. The S&P takes a hit, and we will take a larger hit, or something else, some FUD. It's always a buying opportunity until we've topped off. And that's when people will get killed. And that's what this channel's for. All of us. Let's talk about when we're selling. You will know when I am selling. You will know. I promise you there. And I try to tell you when I'm buying. Why not? A gamble meme coin called NDX. Huh. Where are you buying all this stuff, Skull? Instead of being base, it's 500. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I may look at other opportunities instead of, my usual suspects, Coinbase and Kraken, to do some other things. I'm feeling getting a little riskier in my mind, but let's see what happens. All right, I'm freezing. You guys, hope you're all well. Here for you. Appreciate all of you. Comment if you need anything from me. Want to go over anything, I'm happy to discuss. For the new people on here, welcome. And we'll talk later. I'll see you, Skull. C90, be careful. Metal, if you come on later, peace. Stay warm. Talk to you soon.